And I guess we can always do it. You don't have to leave right away. Let's go talk to Daniel anyway and see what he has to say for himself.
I'm glad to see you're still with us. How can I help you?
I checked on everything in the valley and got you the map of the Grand Staircase.
I appreciate it. Well, that's it. This is all we need. Now all that's left is to quietly pack up and try to get out of here without being noticed. That's assuming that Joshua won't try to stop me. And that he hasn't talked you into fighting the Whitelegs despite what I've said. Don't worry, I don't hold it against you. You're an outsider. Fighting seems like the practical solution. I'll tell you again. There's more at stake.
Whether you decide whether the sorrow should part of your decision will set their destiny irrevocably in motion. You'll be unable to finish any remaining quests in Zion once you make a decision, so choose wisely. Alright, I'll need to think about this.
Even our Lord had doubts. Think it over, but listen to your heart. And do it quickly. We don't have much time.
Some points into survival, I guess. Sneak, medicine. Yeah, it's definitely a tough dilemma. Let's go see if Joshua has anything to add. Because I get what he's saying. Because really, Daniel's concern is that if the Sorrows fight, they'll lose their innocence. Because they're like a mostly peaceful sort of tribe. Oh, Joshua's knocking up. And basically his argument is if they fight, they won't be innocent anymore. Where is Daniel? Oh, not Daniel, Joshua. He's usually here fixing up his guns, you know. Screen is really playing out. Sit back towards this sort of area. Is there any other markers that we missed? Because I do want to find the last survivalist's cache, but I don't really know where it is. Somebody's firing a riot shotgun.
Daniel says that most people outside the valley do not keep to the Father's ways. Perhaps when you leave, you will carry his word with you.
He's not here. I don't know. Unless he's at the Sorrows camp. thought he might be up there. Oh, he's literally right here. Hello.
Welcome back. What can I do for you?
Trade with me. Do you have anything that I actually want? Not really. Do you have any, like... You got a decent amount of rounds. I'll take those. I'll trade you some weapons that I'm not planning on keeping. I think so. 7,000 caps to repair the armor. Bruh, no thanks. Rat Slayer 1,200. Alright, let's ask some personal questions.
It's not something I enjoy, but I pray to God that someone may learn from my mistakes. What would you like to know?
Are you in much pain? Is there anything I can do to help?
You are kind to offer, but no. There's nothing you can do. We don't use chems, but I learned long ago that I'm immune to their effects. It never stops burning. My skin. Every day I have to unwind the bandages and replace them with fresh ones. Exposing my body to the air is like living through it again.
Yeah, my other monitor's just cooked, sorry.
But it's better to be clean than comfortable.
Right, what do you know about salt upon
He's
this?
a butcher. Believe me, I know the godless fire that burns in his heart. I've been burned by it myself. He's not the kind to let his subordinates do all the killing. No, he likes to have a hand in it, with that spear of his. He's fashioned himself an abomination before the eyes of the Lord. I'm happy to serve as an instrument of divine justice.
Alright, goodbye.
God be with you.
Alright, well I guess...
Unless you
do
and
the quest.
Joshua have any objections, I'd like to start evacuating the Sorrows. I'm going to need your help, so say your piece.
I think we need a fight. Like I said before, if we let these guys get away with it, there's no telling how long they'll keep going for.
No. Why? Why? Haven't you seen enough of what's going on here to see that the Sorrows don't need to butcher the Whitelegs for a piece of land?
But it's not
What
just
Joshua
about
wants
land.
is more than an attack. He wants a slaughter. And he needs more than you and the dead horses to do it. The Sorrows can't be pushed into this. You and Joshua don't have the right to force them into it. Please, consider what I'm saying.
And do you have the right to pull them off their land?
I've already explained to them that we're leaving. They've accepted it. What is Joshua going to tell them about being a warrior? What are you going to tell them about how to live with themselves after they got lost in the moment, killed someone who didn't deserve to die? Or does that not matter? Is that just an acceptable consequence if it means holding on to this valley? Maybe there is no place left in this world for mercy. But even if it tramples
It's
me
not a matter
into
of
the
mercy, it's
dust,
about
I will
protecting
never
people.
accept it. And I will never condone it. Joshua must be waiting for you. I'll stay here with the others as I told them I would.
He gave me some fruit and vegetables, apparently.
Thank you for this. I know Daniel doesn't approve, but destroying the Whitelegs is the only way to ensure the Sorrows can remain in Zion. You and I will lead a group of Dead Horse warriors and Sorrows hunters into 3 Marys from this position. Our objective is to find the Whitelegs' leader, Salt Upon Wounds, and prevent him from fleeing. Show no quarter to the Whitelegs we come across. Make no mistake about why we are here. This is an extermination.
Whoa, okay, hang on. Alright, let's do it, but
God be with you.
that's not really what I signed up for. Okay, now I can see sort of what Daniel's talking. Like, because my perspective is we just need to fight them. They'll learn their lesson, hopefully, and then they'll leave us alone after that. He's saying, like, nah, we need to wipe them out. Right, maybe I did make the wrong choice. Yeah, because there's a difference between, like, a righteous war and what Joshua is sort of propagating. Yeah, I don't know. I think Joshua's a bit cooked. I mean, poor choice of words. Why are my bullets doing no damage? Oh, brush gun. That's a dangerous weapon. Yeah, I think the Rat Slayer is hitting its limit. I think I've hit such a high level now that the enemies are too resistant to it. What's this marker? There's a map marker somewhere around here. Still haven't actually found the survivalist's body. And I think he has another computer as well. What's this? Oh, Ranger Station. Ranger Station Osprey. Hey, Johnny. You feel like Johnny was... sorry, Johnny. Joshua was using the tribal and God's name for his own personal vendetta. Now that you say that, I think you might actually be right. It's a really good observation, I think. Because ultimately, this is like his revenge against Caesar, right? Because Caesar and the Whitelegs destroyed New Canaan, his community, his people. And so his perspective now... Damn, you've actually made me rethink this a lot. And now his people... Now that his people have been killed, he's like, well, I'm going to get revenge on you by wiping out your people. Damn, I never really thought about that. Yeah, that's a really good pickup. I forgot this DLC was really not that long. I feel like I've explored most of the areas. Then again, it could also be that I know what I'm doing. But I've explored pretty much most of it. Hmm. Hello there, sir.
Now you've done
Shit.
Take it!
My accuracy's so bad. Nah, I really need to start using a better rifle. I think the Rat Slayer has hit its limit. It's a really good weapon, don't get me wrong, but... He can tolerate using the tribes for his own needs, but using his actions God's will, saying he's doing what God can't do, it's just show change the Lord's name in vain. True, he does say, like, you know... He basically, without, I think, outright saying it, he basically says God would approve of this massacre. Like, he uses the Bible verse about the, when we remembered Zion, that passage, to justify it. Mm. Yeah, I don't agree with his genocide, as the way he's putting it, essentially. But I think that fighting is better than running away. Because from my perspective, if somebody doesn't stop the Whitelegs, they'll keep wreaking havoc forever. At least the Sorrows and the Dead Horses are, like, good at heart. The white legs aren't. But at the same time, I'm not really okay with wiping them out. But I've kind of committed to that path now, haven't I? There we go. Ah, I wish I had more bag space. Did I actually hit you? I did. There we go, nice shooting. I guess the big question in the end that we have to ask is, does Joshua actually care about these people, or is he just using them? I think it is clear that it does make sense that he is using them, but I do think he does care about them as well. It's just maybe, I guess, the way that he shows it is, like, probably not totally appropriate. How much further are we? Let's try and stick to the high ground. I do like how quickly you can shoot this weapon though. The firing delay is really low. Yeah, Joshua's not a bad guy, just misguided. He was a bad guy when he was at the Legion for sure, but he's definitely getting back on the right path. But I think on some level he still thinks with that sort of Legion mindset where it's like, I have to destroy my enemies.
Take it! That's it!
There we go. I feel like. There we go, nice. Oh. Double death cam. I feel like there's like something up here. It's been years since I played this DLC, but I feel like there is something somewhere up here. Yeah, here he is! This is him! The survivalist. There we go, we get his rifle and we get his final entry. I remembered that there was something up here. 21-24, January 2nd. I've been leaving notes for them and gifts. They like the books. Started with stories but moved to weapon manuals, medical books, practical stuff. In the notes, well, it's embarrassing. Almost like those people we used to give to each other. Everything sweet and loving. I tell them to read and to learn and to make the most of their new home. I tell them that I'm giving them Zion as a gift to make up for all the sorrows. That's why they're called the sorrows of their lives so far, and all the sorrows man has visited on man. I tell them to be kind to each other and modest. I tell them never to hurt each other, but if someone else comes along and tries to hurt them, to strike back with righteous anger. Interesting. So he sort of combines both Daniel and Joshua's perspective. So don't hurt each other is what Daniel's saying. But if someone tries to hurt you, strike back with righteous anger. That's Joshua's perspective. Stuff like that. I sign every note the father because, well, just because. January 18th. Have I mentioned that I'm dying? Mind's still sharp. Lungs are the problem. Might be cancer. Cough's been getting worse for months. Finally, there's blood in it. Getting harder to visit my little friends. Breath's so short. I've given away most of what I own. They'll find the rest in the caves when they get a little older. I don't want them to find me, though. The father is a broke-down old man. Disappointment. It's time. I don't want another birthday. January 23rd. It's cold enough that I won't last long on the high mound up next to Red Gate. I think I've got enough breath left in me to make it. I'll just lie down and stare at the sky. Feels right. I hope they'll do well. I hope no harm comes to them. From within or without. Did my best to prepare them with the last few notes. Said something kind about each one of them. What makes each one special. Told them the father was pleased by their kind natures, and that it would be up to them to handle things on their own from now on. That I'd be silent but still watching and still caring. Lying then. Oh yes. Lied to you, Char, and Alex, and Sylvie. Told you I'd be with you forever. But I wouldn't go back and unsay it once if I could. What was the point of it all? So many failures. But I never forgot your face, all little nuts. Or, sorry, Sylvie's. They used to say that happened after a while, but it never did for me. Maybe the only point of all this living was to keep those pictures in my head going for as long as I could. It was the only life I could give you. Not a day went by without. It wasn't choice. I chose to die again and again. Just never did. Body had its own drive. Well, the little ones will need it. Species will need it if it's to continue. That blind drive forward, onward. I wish them well. It's been a gift to me at the end of it all to behold innocence. Goodbye, Zion. Randall Dean Clark. February 5th, 2053. January 2124. So he was 71 years old in the end. Hey Panda, how are you? So he came in at like a kind of a depressing note. Yeah, 71 years in the end. Well, almost 71 years. What a guy. Been through it all. How have you been? It's been forever, I feel like, Panda. Hope things have been treating you well. I need to drop 9 pounds of stuff. You're moving again, okay. Are you moving far or relatively close? Oh, 500 for the moves, yeah. Sometimes you just have to. I've had a lot of expenses recently that I really didn't want to pay, but you don't really have a choice, unfortunately. Sometimes. That's just the way of the world, unfortunately. Okay, I need to drop 8 pounds worth of stuff. Alright. I can probably drop this second anti-mat rifle. I really don't need it. Oh, just 3Ks down the road. Alright, that's not too bad. Oi. Cheaper, nicer place. Closer to work. Or just feeling like a move. Oi. There we go. Nothing wrong with any of those options. I have no idea who's shooting. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. My goodness. From memory, his, the survivalist rifle, it's kind of scuffed. Let's have a look. Yeah, the iron sights are bent. Or rather, I think the gun is like so old that he manually moved the iron sights because the gun was like off. I think that's what it was. What a guy. Yeah, his last little note there, it's good that he found peace in the end and he found a purpose. Because it would be so sad living that whole life and just feeling like you didn't achieve anything, you'd lost everything. In the end, he found his purpose and he gave a lot of hope and support to the people around here. So I guess it was a life worth living after all. I guess that's the moral of the story. But I can't help but feel that like his journey is sort of meant to mirror Joshua's in some way. You know, Joshua lost everything. And now he's sort of finding his purpose again. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking all this. That's also another possibility. Oh, here we go.